Article number 11. Justifying circumstances. The following do not incur in criminal liability. Number 1. Anyone who acts in defense of his person or rights, provided that the following circumstance concur. First, unlawful aggression. Second, reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. Third, lack of efficient provocation on the part of the person defending himself. Second, anyone who acts in defense of the person who rights of his spouse, ascendants, descendants, or legitimate, natural or adopted brothers or sister, or his relatives by affinity in the same degrees and those consanguinity within the fourth civil degree, Pro- provided that pro- provide provide provided that the first and second requisites prescribed in the in the next preceding circumstances are present, and the further requisites in the case that in the case the revocation was given by the person attacked, that the one making defense and had no part therein. Number 3. Anyone who acts in defense of the person or rights or rights or rights of strangers provided that the first and second requisite mentioned in the first in the first in the first circumstance of this article are present, and that the person defending be not be not induced by 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 revenge or resentment or other evil motive. Number 4. Any person in order to avoid an evil or injury does not act which causes damage to another, provided that the following requisites are present. First, that the evils to be avoided actually exist. Second, that the injury that the injury feared by be greater than that the than to avoid it. Third, that there be no other practical and less harmful means of pre- previ- preventing it. Number 5. Any person who acts in the fulfillment of duty or in the lawful exercise of a right or of office. Number 6. Any person who acts in obedience to order issued by a superior for some lawful process. Article number 12. Circumstances which exempt from criminal liability. The following are exempt from criminal liability. Number 1. An imbecile or an insane person, unless the latter has acted during a lucid interval. Num- when when the imbecile or insane person has committed an act an act which the law defines as a felony, the the court shall order his confinement in in one of the hospital or same as slums as slums as slums established for person those afflicted, which he shall not be permitted to live without first obtaining the permission of the same court. Number 2. A, a person under 9 years of age. Number 3. A person over 9 years of age and under 15, unless B has act with discernment, in which cases such minor shall be processed against in accordance with the provision of article 80 of this code. Num ay, when just when 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 just minor as is just to be criminality irresponsibility, the court the court the court the court in the court in conformable with the provision of this and the proceeding para paragraph shall commit him to the care and custody of his family, who shall be charged with his surveillance and education. Otherwise he shall he shall he shall be committed to the care of some institution or person mentioned in said article 80. Number 4, any person who will performing a lawful act and with due care causes an injury by mere accident without fault or intention of causing it. Number 5, any per- any 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 person who act under the compulsion of receivable force. Number 6, any person any person who acts under the impulse of an uncontrollable fear of an equal or greater injury. Number 7, any person who fails who fails to perform an act an act an act required by law when prevented by some lawful insuperable causes. Article number 13. Mitigating circumstances. The following are mitigating circumstances. Number 1. Those mentioned in the preceding chapter with all when all the requisites necessary in justify or to exempt from criminal liability in the repre- respective case are not at attendant. Number 2, the offender is under 18 years of age or over over 70 years in the cases of the minor. He shall be proceeded against in accordance with the provision of Article 80. Number 3, that the offender had no inter in, no in, no intention to commit to commit to commit to commit to commit so grave a wrong as that committed. Number 4, that sufficient provocation or threat on the on the part of the offended party immediately prece- preceded 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 the act. Number 5, that the act was committed in the immediate vindica- vindication vindic- vindication of of a grave offense to the one committing the felony. Felony his 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 spouse, ascendants, or relatives by affinity within the same degree. Number 8, number 8, number 8, ay, na ba ako? Number 6. Number 6. That of having upon an impulse so powerful as natural to have produce passion or of Number 7. That the that the offender had voluntarily surrendered himself to a person who authority or his agent, or that the had vo- voluntarily confessed his guilty before the court prior to the presentation of the evidence for for prosecution. Number 8. That the offender is uh, deal and blind or otherwise suffering some physical defect which this restrict his means of acts, defense or communication with his fellow beings. Number 9. Such illness of the offender has would diminish 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 the exercise of the willpower of the offender without however depriving him of the consequences of his acts. Number 10. And, finally, any other circumstances of a similar nature and analogous is those above mentioned. Um, Article number 14. Aggravating circumstance. The following are aggravating circumstance. Number 1. That advantage be taken by the offender of his public position. Number 2. The 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 crime be committed in contempt or without insult to the public authorities. Number 3. That the act be committed with insult or in disregard of the respect due to open party on account of his rank, age, or sex, or that is be committed in the dwelling of the offended party if if the latter has not given provocation. Number 4. Number 4. Uh, Number 4. That the act be that the act be committed with abuse of confidence or of abuse under gratefulness. Number 5. That the crime be committed in the pal on the palace the pla- the palace of the chief executive or is in presence or where public authorities are engaged in the discharge of their duties or in a place designated to religious worship. Number number 6. That the number 6. That the crime be committed in the night time or in an uninhabited place or by a band whenever such as circumstances may facilitate that commission of the offense. Number 7. That the crime be committed on the occasion of configuration, shipwreck, earthquake, epidemic, or other other calamity or misfortune. Misfortune. Number 8. That the crime be committed with the aid of a man or person who ensure or afford impunity. Number 9. That the accused is a recidivist. Number 10. That the offender has been punished by an offense to which the law attach an equal or greater penalty for two or more crimes to which it attach a lighter penalty. Number 11. That the crime be committed consideration of a price, reward, or promise. Number 12. That a crime be committed by means of an inundation, fire, poison, explosion, or stranding of a vessel, or international damage therein. Um, Article number 13, that the act be committed with evidence prohibition. Article number 14, the craft, fraud, or dis disguise disguise be employed. Number 15, that the advantage be taken of 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 superior strength or means be employed to weaken the defense. Number 16, that the act committed with treachery. Number 17, that means be employed or circumstance brought about which an igno ignominy ignominy in the natural effects of the acts. Number 18, that the crime be committed after unlawful entry. There's an unlawful entry when an entrance is affected by a way intended for the purpose. Number 19, that as a means of to commission of a crime, a wall, roof, floor, door, or window be broken. Number 20, that the crime be committed with the aid of persons under the 15 years of age, or means by means of motor vehicles or ship, or other similar means. Number 21, that the wrong done in the commission of the crime be deliberated, implemented by causing cause, causing other wrong not necessary for its commission. At, at article number article number 15, there consists there consists there consists alternative circumstances are those which must be taken into consideration as consideration as consideration as consideration as aggravating or mitigating according to the nature and effects of the crime and the other conditions attending its commission. They are the relationship, intoxication, and the degree of instruction and education of offender. The altern the alternative circumstance of relationship take shall be taken into consideration when the party in the spouse, ascendants, descendants, or legitimate natural or adopted brother or sisters, or relative affinity in the same degrees of of the offender. That intoxication of the offender shall be taken consideration as a mitigating circumstance when the offender has be committed a felony in a state of intoxication, if the same is not habitual or subsequent to the plan to commit said um, um, felony, but when the intoxication is habitual or intentional, it, it shall be considered as an aggravating circumstances.